and what we're going to be doing in the future. So I had mentioned that if you're having difficulties remembering the movements, just to write them down, the sequence of the movements, and it'll write here. So it becomes a little easier to remember what comes next in the sequence. And starting next week, we're going to try to do the second half of the 24 movement form. So there's 12 more movements that we're going to learn. I think it's within a 4-week time period. I think we have 4 meetings in June. So so just to recap what the movements are. So we're going to open the door, part the wild horse's mane, the white crane spreads its wings, the brush knee and push, play the pipa, repulse the ward off to the left side and grasp the peacock's tail, and then the ward off on the right side and grasp the peacock's tail. And then number 9 is a single whip. Number 10 is cloud hands. And remember, we do that cloud hands 3 times, taking 3 steps to the left side. Then we go into another whip, and from the single whip into high pat the horse. So, so let's warm up a little bit. You can do this either sitting in your chair or standing. So let's form a ball on the right side, about the size of a beach ball or a basketball. And we're just moving the ball slowly over to the other side. And turn your head slightly and rotate the ball back. Again, turning your head slightly and rotate the ball to the other side again and turn just a little bit more. Back to the other side. And then turn at the waist 180 degrees. As we pop all those different little vertebrae back in place. Okay. And we're going to form the ball and push the ball forward and back. And just remember to breathe while we're doing these exercises. Try not to hold your breath. Okay, now we're going to expand the ball and spread our wings. And after you spread your wings, stretch your fingers. I don't know if you can see my fingers here. So I'm stretching them, tensing them up, and then relaxing them. So expand the ball, stretch your fingers and relax them. Come back to the center. And we'll do it a couple more times. Stretch your fingers and relax them. And stretch and relax. We're going to go vertically with the ball and rotate the ball. Okay, then we're going to reach to the diagonal, like we're reaching for the peanut butter, back of the cabinet. Okay, we're going to make some big inward circles. and some big outward circles. And then just relax, push down and back. Okay, let's review from repulse, from play to people. We'll do the second half of the 12 movements, and then we'll try to get the whole thing together, and we'll do it twice, 2 times. Hopefully we'll have enough time. Okay, so let's stand up if you're sitting down. Okay, so let me adjust the screen a little bit here. There we go. So we're going to go from play to pipa. And just to reiterate, the pipa is a Chinese instrument. It's a stringed instrument, and we're holding the neck, very similar to a banjo or a guitar, and then we're plucking the strings with the right hand. So from here, we're going to go into repulse the monkey. So the right arm is going to make a half circle. We're going to turn and look at our right palm. We're going to bend the elbow. And with the left foot, we're going to step back to a 45-degree angle. And the palms are going to go over each other. And turn and look at your left palm. Bend the elbow. We're going to step back with the right foot. Palms are going to go over each other. Okay, move up a little bit so you can see the rest of this. And we're going to do this 6 times. Here's the 4th time. Fifth time. And the 6th time. And we're going to form a ball on the right side with the right hand on top. And with the left hand, we're going to, well, with the left foot, we're going to bow step, and with the left hand, ward off. The right arm's going to swing around to grasp the peacock's tail. Pull down. We're going to push. Rock back. And push upward. Up to the shoulders. Remember, you're pushing your opponent away. I'm going to move up a little bit so I can get in the middle of the screen. Now we're going to do the ward off over on the right side. So we're going to do a bow step, do the ward off with the right hand, and this time the left arm is going to swing around to grasp the peacock's tail. Remember, you're pulling your opponent down by the shoulders. We're going to turn and push. Rock back and push upward from the waist up to the shoulders. And from there, we're going to go into a single whip. Okay, when we make that single whip, remember, make a hook with the right hand. And when you make the hook, see if you can have each finger go one by one to touch the thumb. Okay, then that left hand is going to come across. We're going to follow the palm. and push. I'm going to pivot and step up with the right foot, and we're going to go into cloud hands. So from cloud hands, we're going to take 3 left, and just follow your palm as it comes across. Here comes the second step. And the third step. After that third step, we're going to step to the diagonal and do another single whip. And remember, see if you can get those fingers all coordinated to touch the thumb. And then do another single whip. So we end up in this position. Okay, you're going to do a half step up with the right foot. Turn both palms upward towards the ceiling. Turn and look at your right palm. Okay, and then we're going to high pat the horse. So we end up with the left hand at your left side. The right hand is patting the nose of the horse, and in your left hand, you're holding the carrot. Okay, so let's try to put the whole thing together from open the door and the 12 steps to high pat the horse. So we're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart, and hands at your side, and just relax slightly. Okay, and step in with your left foot, and step to the side. Remember, we want to have both feet pointing straight ahead. Okay, and we're going to slowly let the arms float up to shoulder height, and bend the elbows. The weight over on the left leg, pivot on your right heel. We're going to go into part the wild horse's mane 3 times. So from here, we're going to do that little bow step, that quarter of a circle, rock back and pivot. There's the second parting of the wild horse's mane. And here comes the third. And we're going to do a half step up with the right foot. Turn in the direction of where your right foot is, which should be at about a 45-degree angle. Okay, we're going to start to form a ball. We're going to start compressing the ball as we're turning. You're going to drop. The right arm is going to swing up into the air to protect your right forehead. It's the wing of the crane. We're going to face forward, and as we do, turn your palm. Look at your palm. Now the right arm is going to make a half circle. Here comes the left arm, making another half circle to protect your right elbow. Look at your right palm, and then we're going to go into the brush knee and push. So bow step, brush across the left knee, push with the right hand, rock back and pivot, bow step, brush and push, and then the third, brush knee and push. We're going to do a half step up into play the pipa, and into repulse the monkey. I'm going to do the repulse the monkey 6 times. Step up a little bit so I can get the last 2 steps in. Okay, we're going to form a ball. A quarter of a circle step into the ward off and grasp the peacock's tail. And then we're going to pivot and turn, form the ball again. Okay, so the left hand is going to be on top, the right hand's on the bottom. Okay, we're going to do that quarter of a circle step. Do the ward off and grasp the peacock's tail. And run it back. Upward in the waist, up to the shoulders. And from here, we're going to go into the single whip. And remember, you want to make a hook with the right hand. Okay. You're going to step up a half step with the right foot so it meets the left foot. And then we're going to go into cloud hands. We're going to take 3 steps to the left side. Just follow your palm as it comes across. And again, don't forget to breathe. Try not to hold your breath while you're doing the movements. Okay, and the third cloud hands, we're going to step to a 45-degree angle. Do that single whip. So you end up in that position. Get in the middle here. Okay, now do a half step up with the right foot. At a 45-degree angle, open up the palms. And turn and look at your right palm. Then face forward. We're going to high pat the horse. All right. Can everybody hear me? And does anyone have any questions? I think everyone is muted. Kara, can you unmute everyone? There we go. Okay, great. Any questions about any of those first 12 movements?
Not that I can think of.
None.
I'm sorry, Lois?
None.
Did you have a question?
No, none.
None. Oh, okay.
We're okay.
All right. So let's go through the entire 12 steps one more time. Okay, so again, starting with your feet shoulder width apart and your arms at your side slightly. Okay, just like you're sinking a little bit. Okay, so step in with the left foot, step to the side with the left foot, and just think of yourself sitting in that hot tub, up to your neck in the water. The arms are going to float up to shoulder height. Bend the elbows. Shift the weight over to your left leg and pivot on your right heel. And again, when you pivot on your right heel, I don't know if you can, I'm going to try to put this down so you can see my foot position. And back just a little bit more. There's my feet. Okay, so I just opened the door, shifting the weight over to the left leg, pivot on that right heel. Okay, forming the ball. Everyone see the ball? And just do a quarter of a circle step with the left foot, and we're going to go into parting the wild horse's mane. Okay, so we're going to do this 3 times. And then as you rock back, pivot on your left heel to that 45-degree angle. Part the wild horse's mane again. Put the screen up. There we go. So here's the second parting of the wild horse. And the third parting of the wild horse's mane. Do a half step up with the right foot, again at that 45-degree angle. You go into the white crane, spreading its wings. So we formed a ball. You're going to drop the ball. Right arm's going to swing up into the air to protect our right forehead. And we're going to turn and face forward. And as you turn your palm. So your palm is facing you. Look at your palm before it goes down. The right arm is going to be making a half circle, followed by the left arm making a half circle. Look at your. We're going to bow step to the left, brush knee and push. So let me move back here a little bit more. Second, brush knee and push. And the third. Do a half step up. Play the pipa. Into repulse the monkey. And remember, when we step back, we're stepping back with the left foot at a 45-degree angle. Don't forget your right toe. So when you make that pivot, adjust the screen again. Get up here. Okay. Hard to see my right foot. I do it over here, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to pivot on the right toe. So when I pivot, I want the right foot going straight ahead, the right toe going straight ahead. Pivot on the left toe. Okay. Back more. Step back, I'm going to pivot on the right toe. Step back, pivot on the left toe. Okay, we do this 2 more times out here. One more repulse the monkey, pivoting on the toe. I'm going to form the ball. So I'm going to readjust this. So we're going to form the ball and go into the ward off, grasp the peacock's tail. And then we're going to pivot and turn, form the ball again, do a quarter of a circle, step with the right foot, and then do the ward off on the right side with the right hand, grasp the peacock's tail, and do our push, hands and rock back, push upward from the waist to the shoulders, and we're going to go into the single whip. From there, we're going to find the left heel. So our left foot is going straight ahead. Step up with the right foot. Bring it up to your left foot. Then we're going to go into cloud hands. So we're going to take 3 steps to the left side. Move back a little bit. There's the 3rd step. We'll go into that single whip again. Half step up. Turn the palms upward towards the ceiling. Put your right palm and into high pat the horse. Okay, so we're just on time. We've got a couple minutes left. So anyone have any about anything at all? Kira, can you unmute everyone? Anybody have any questions?
Not me.
No.
No? Don?
No.
No? Okay. All right. So let's do it one more time. I think we have enough time. So let's start from the very beginning. I'm just going to go through the 12 forms, and I'm not going to jabber. I'm just going to tell you what the form is. Talk in between. Here we go. And let's begin. We'll open the door. And part the wild horse's mane 3 times. The white crane spreads its wings. And the brush knee and push. Lay the pipa. And let's do repulse the monkey 4 times. Ward off, grasp the peacock's tail. Ward off on the right side. Single whip. Cloud hands. Another single whip. Half step up into high pat the horse. Okay,